it is officially week 6 in the From Broke to Bank series, and we had a lot of stuff change over the week. The first thing I wanted to address and make sure is, yes, you are still on the Flipping Epic YouTube channel. Now guys, obviously this logo right here is the logo that you guys used to be used to, but we have switched over since to Reseller HQ. This is our new brand that we're going with. I made the eBay store that. I made the YouTube at that. I think I'm going to switch over the Whatnot as well. So that big Whatnot auction is a Thursday, the 29th. That starts at 6 p.m. Guys, I really do appreciate you coming through. So we're doing a bunch of giveaways. We're doing all that type of stuff. Just make sure that you sign up with the link down below. If you don't already have a Whatnot account, they'll give you $15 in free credit. I really think it's good because obviously if you buy something and you get like $15 worth of games, you win a bunch of auctions. I think it's gonna be really good. I think it's gonna be a great opportunity to fill out your retro game collection if that is your thing. But all that said and done, let's talk about this week's video. So guys, this week we had 20 items sell, which buffed up the budget a ton. Our budget has been higher than it ever has been in weeks previous, and the good news is we actually broke the 400 mark this week. So we hit $406.08, including our $89.53 from last week. I had somebody reach out to me that wanted to sell me a bunch of video games, a whole collection, if you will. He was getting ready to move, go out and get out of the state, and he just decided he didn't want to bring it with him. So I ended up buying everything off of him for $120, and I'll show you that footage right now. I am very excited because I have a private pick today. I'm going to ask him if it's okay to film in his house. I normally don't film in people's houses, so I may go in. I originally reached out to him, met him in a store. He was bringing in some stuff. He asked if they bought video games, and the store was like, yeah, we absolutely do. It's not like our main thing. And I had already talked to the store owner, and she actually pointed at me and said, hey, he's actually a video game reseller. You might want to sell to him. He's probably going to give you a better price than we will. So we're going to go over there. We're going to see what we can go through. Worst case scenario, if he doesn't want me to record, I'll just come back here. I'll show you guys everything we got, what we paid. We're going to go out here. We're going to see what we can get from this guy and how much money we can make, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. So we are back from picking up that personal collection. Now, I was like, hey, are you okay with being filmed? And he's like, nah, I'm a little camera shy, not really my thing. So I went ahead and just didn't record at his house. I normally ask people, unless it's like a yard sale or something, people are outside, that's different. But when it's like a private pickup, I try to be as respectful as possible. So let's go over what we picked up for $120 today. So we picked up this top loader PS3. It is in great condition, has all its cables, and came with a controller and a charging cable as well. Also came with a bunch of these PS3 games. Most of these are pretty low dollar games, and I'll probably just end up bundling together. But single games like Alone in the Dark Inferno and Castlevania Lords of Shadow Collection were pretty good. Mortal Kombat Complete Edition is a little bit of money as well. But the rest of these games are pretty much just low $5 to $10 titles. I'll probably just end up bundling a bunch of those together. I did test this already, and I connected it to the internet, and I played a little bit of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I was surprised the servers were still up, but we had a little bit of fun with that. There is a GameCube that was in this deal. Now, normally all GameCube stuff I try to keep. I'm probably actually going to keep this controller. I don't have an OEM controller, so I would love to keep that and add that to my personal collection. But I will sell this off with this Mad Catz controller. This is probably also a vintage controller anyways. So it should still sell with the Mad Catz controller. The OEM card here, and then all the OEM cables are right here. We could probably get somewhere around $100 bucks. $120 for just this. So that's the GameCube itself is probably going to make back all our money, and the PS3 itself is probably about $120 as well. And then we also ended up with a Nintendo Wii, and we ended up with some Wii games. Now we did get the Wii wheel, which is kind of useless because nobody buys these by themselves. I normally just sell this with a copy of Mario Kart Wii. So next time I get a copy of Mario Kart Wii without the actual wheel itself, I'll go ahead and just bundle that together then. But we did get a copy of Wii Sports. This one actually already sold for $23.99 free shipping. So that was a good pickup there. And then this Goosebumps game, nothing special here. I might bundle this with the Wii itself, make it a little bit of a sweeter deal. And it did come with the 2 nunchucks, and then also came with 2 regular controllers. We can probably get about $50 to $60 for this. This is the more desirable model. If you need to know which one's more desirable, just know that if it has these ports up top, these are for the GameCube controllers here, and these are for the GameCube memory cards here. These are the more desirable models because they are basically backwards compatible. So all in, I think we're going to about triple our money. Now that is super exciting to me because this is my first private pickup I think I've ever done, other than like people I know or friends. It was just interesting to meet someone and have them be like, yeah, I got video games and I want to get rid of them all, offer me a deal for the whole thing. I did pay up a little bit, probably more than I would at a yard sale. I tried to keep the relationship open with this guy because he definitely said that he might have some other stuff he was interested in selling. So I wanted to give him some really good value for this stuff, so that way I could keep that channel open in case he decides to sell some extra stuff. That pickup was absolutely fantastic. For $120, we are definitely going to probably triple up my money, like I said in the other clip. I really do think we made an excellent purchase, and we actually are left with $286.08 left over. Still a ton for the weekend. Let's dive right into the yard sales. Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Pretty good day for it. I think we're gonna have some good weather today, yeah, once it warms up a little bit. Yeah. I don't blame you at all. I do not blame you at all. You have anybody else come through this morning?
You're the first person.
Wow. Look at that. Do you have an idea how much you want on the records?
So I have a list of everything that's in there, so I guess it just depends on what you
find. I gotcha.
And these are what they're going for, like on eBay and stuff, but I'm not asking those type of prices.
Gotcha. About good old Johnny Cash here. So I have no idea what happened, but the camera turned off at this point in time. I paid $2 for the Johnny Cash record. She had some other records she was going over, but the point I wanted to make, and the reason why I pointed out what she said about eBay prices, was she was saying these items were going for these prices on eBay. They were not. There might have been one listed for that price, but anybody can put anything at a price. So unless it has sold for that price, to me, it doesn't mean anything. I'm glad I looked up comps because a lot of the things that she was talking about was stuff that I was interested in. She had some original Star Wars motion picture soundtracks and stuff like that I thought would be worth a lot more than they were. She wanted $25 on it, and really that's realistically what it's worth, $20 to $25 plus shipping. So obviously I wouldn't have made any money. I'm really glad I took the time to look up comps. There was like a Taylor Swift record in there, so that was pretty cool. But like I said, she just wanted too much for these things. She thought she knew what she was doing on eBay, but she did not at all. So let's move on to the next sale. You guys happen to have any more video game stuff, or is this the only one?
Nah, man, I got an Xbox there with no wires, but I know it works. But other than that, man, that's the only video game stuff I got.
Gotcha. How much did you want for that?
What, you want to do $10?
I mean, that's fine, just because
it ain't got no cords, and I sold the other one for 25 with cords. So yeah, $10, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I got 3 in my hand here, so I just need a 10 back. Gotcha. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys have a good rest of your day. Best of luck to you.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll take it 5, whether it is. Thank you.
Yeah, that's got to be in a cell phone.
They were looking for them. They said that's there they want.
To go see how much this thing weighs.
They saw advertised.
I didn't know this was true.
Then I'll come back and get you that. It's just people to clothes.
Is this your sale, ma'am?
Yeah.
I just wanted to, I didn't see a price tag on this.
Oh, my husband. Let me go ask him.
All right.
He just went in for a minute.
No problem. Thank you.
$2.
$2. Take it for that.
Hi. How are you? I'm fine, thanks.
Change for 5.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. I think I just need to stick to what I know. What I know is that these calculators are worth some money. can probably get like 15-20 bucks out of this. Not a bad buy for $2. Hi there. Good morning.
Anything
No.
particular you're looking for?
I usually look for like video games, toys, stuff like that.
Well, I do have some toys everywhere, but I got DVDs and I got one video game.
Oh, okay. Is
I
it
think-
over here already? Or?
Yeah, well, no, I think those are all movies, but here's the video game. It's PlayStation 2. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that type of stuff.
I have more in my shop, and I think I'm just going to bring my shop downtown 2 times new.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
It's a GoPro.
So when you're riding your bicycle, it's like so cool.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You could now I don't know anything about that phone, but it's $1 if you want it.
I'll take a gamble on it for $1. I get into fixing stuff every once in a while. It keeps me
Cool.
busy,
It might
so
be good. Who knows?
yeah, who knows? I mean, it could be you replace both the front and the back, and there you go. You got a brand new phone.
Yeah, could be.
You said the stuff in the garage is
Yeah,
for
go
sale
ahead and
too.
walk on in there.
Okay.
If you see something you like, let me know.
All right. Actually, super cool. How much you got on the voodoo doll thing? It's really cool.
It's
I think
really
it's
cool.
awesome.
It came from a friend of mine who.
You know, I think it's important. How about this adults?
Adults?
How about sending this adult on a cruise? That's a little one. I've never been. Never been.
Now, let me ask you, do you want your hangers back?
Yes.
Absolutely,
We'll
I can do
fold up
that.
all your junk for you.
Cool.
I'll start folding.
I'm
See,
lay
you
this
must have
stuff
heard of
here.
stuff like that. I've never heard of stuff like that.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. This thing's cool. Is this light up? This this United States
No,
map?
it doesn't light up.
It looks like it should.
It looks like it. No.
All right, I think I'm done.
You gonna get that picture?
I was going to, but I'm
Come
cheap.
back later.
Just wanted to show you guys. She wanted 10. She didn't get it. We gave her 5. She tried to get me to pay 10, and I was like, nah, I can't do it. I handed her 20. I paid 10 for everything else, but nah. This, I was like, I gotta pay 5. I gotta pay 5 for it to be worth it. If I'm stuck with it, worst case scenario, I'm out $5. So I think it was a pretty good pickup, especially for the holidays, for Halloween. Might do a local Facebook Marketplace pickup for this, but definitely a cool find. Good. What you got for
Checking
me?
out slowly.
Anything good?
Just a little bit of PS3 today. I got more coming probably in the next couple weeks. It might not be here next weekend, but
Oh,
I have to
gotcha.
go on my storage. But
I know that little interaction I put at the end is a little confusing, so to add some context to it, I just want to let you guys know that was my local flea market. Normally I just walk around kind of see if there's anything good. The field where people just set up that don't actually have booths there, it was just trash. It was garbage. It was used stuff. Some stuff was cool, but the prices people were asking and combined with the stuff that they were willing to sell just was not there. So I went to one of the local booth guys. His name is Gio. He usually takes care of me pretty well anytime I'm there. Last week when I bought a big lot of games, that was the person I bought from. So this week I wanted to go by and get a couple games from him. I try to keep a good relationship over some time, but I definitely wanted to make sure I wasn't just taking on more games than I could afford to process at one time. So I only ended up buying 2 games from him. I'll talk about it a little bit here in the future, but I just wanted to add some context. That way you guys got that before we went into the deep dive of everything we bought this week. So we are back from our yard sale / flea market day. So I know we got some footage while we were out there, but I wanted to take some time to go over everything and kind of tell you what an idea I have that we're going to make money back on. So the first thing we picked up today was this Johnny Cash record. Honestly, it wasn't worth it. I think it sells for like $6 plus shipping. So nothing crazy there. Records are also, I don't have the stuff to ship them, so I would have to order that stuff. I might just call this a dud and just call this a loss and just kind of take the $2 hit on it and probably redonate this, to be honest. All right, guys, so we did pick up this Xbox 360. Now, we picked this up from a yard. It didn't have any of the cables, didn't have a controller, nothing, but I had all that stuff at home to test it and make sure that it does work. And after reviewing it and seeing, obviously, you can see that it is turned on and that everything it moves around like it should. I'm going to go ahead and test it at some point and connect it to Xbox Live, make sure that it's able to connect to the internet and has no problem. Now this model that we have that has this like almost like matte finish. These were originally like 4 GB like arcade models. Like these weren't meant to be anything crazy, but it looks like the person that bought this had installed a 300 GB hard drive into it, so that adds a little bit of value to it. Even without the cables and stuff, I think we can probably get about $30 to $40 just for this, because it is in working order. I'm gonna make sure that when I do take the pictures of this, I do show that it is working, but I'm also gonna make sure that I tell everybody, hey, this does not come with cables, it does not come with a controller, this is just the console only, it does work, you need to buy the cables on your own. I might look into getting replacement cables and see how much it is. I don't think it's going to be worth it, but we'll definitely double check that. So that was a great find for $10 there. We got a copy of Fallout New Vegas for the PS3. Nothing crazy, but a $10 to $15 game in itself. For $1, not a bad flip. And then we got this Make and Decorate Human Skeleton. It's a glow in the dark, and I figured we're heading right into spooky season now. It is becoming into the Tober months here in the next few weeks. So I figured this would be a great start to the holiday season, and maybe do a whatnot auction for it, or maybe give it away, something like that. Who knows? But it was only $2, so worst comes to worst, if we don't make any money on it and we just end up doing it ourselves, we got ourselves a little project for $2. The next sale we went to only had one thing that I saw of interest. We did pick up this Canon P1 DHV. It is a palm-sized printing calculator. This will be good. This will probably sell right around tax time, probably in the next few months. So, you know, once January starts to roll around, that's usually when people start to buy stuff like this. This stuff does sell all year, but I figured new and packaged for $2, I couldn't go wrong. Probably about $15, $20, nothing crazy, but, you know, that was a good pickup there. So to give you guys context on the next clip, you'll see some of the clothing while I go over this piece of art I picked up. But I picked up 7 different shirts. I think I picked up like 3 Orvis and 4 Polo Ralph Lauren. I believe they're pretty old or close to vintage, if not vintage. But $1 a piece on those, that was a great pickup. I picked up a video game, which was just GoldenEye for the PS2. And then I picked up a sealed DVD, nothing crazy there. It sells for like $10. And then I picked up that broken iPhone. I'm not sure what model it is, but I am excited to potentially just trade that in on some trade credit to that used electronics store I've been building a relationship with. I'm excited to go in there, probably shoot some videos in there, but definitely excited to talk about this piece of art. So go ahead and let's tune back into that. So I had to pick this up because it's one of those like voodoo dolls from down in New Orleans. As you can see, playing like the drum, hanging on the sign, and then with the pins in his. But I thought it was a very, very cool thing. I might end up, you know, auction this off or something like that. I want to do some more research into it before I put a price tag on it. But for $5, I feel like I couldn't go wrong. It's either going to go in the house or somebody's going to love it. Definitely that's watching. So if you do like this, feel free to reach out and let me know. Alright, so this was the last pickup of the day. I ran out of juice by the time I got here, but I'm going to go over everything that I got from the flea market. The first items I picked up was the Space Marine game and White Knight Chronicles. Both really good sellers. The next thing I picked up was this Rainbow Six Siege that is still brand new sealed, and this Tale from the Borderlands, a Telltale series game. Now, the Borderlands movie did come out. It was kind of a flop, but it seems like people still are playing the games. I think people saw the movie, realized how horrible it was, and then decided that they're going to stick to the game. So this game is actually a little bit inflated right now, so I'm hoping that this sells. These I have both listed on Amazon for about $50. I think I paid $6 for both. The next thing I picked up was this Xbox 360, and I picked up this PlayStation 3. Now, the obvious elephant in the room is that, hey, this is a PS4 box. No, it's a PS3 and a PS4 box. I think somebody had upgraded it. Hey, I have no idea if this code works, but if it does, you're free to use it. Whoever is the first one to use it watching this video. I highly doubt this code works, but if anybody wants it, here's your time to try and redeem it. Good luck. And then sold it to one of the guys there. So, but it looks like it does have all its cables. It doesn't have a controller, unfortunately. I ended up paying $20 for everything all said and done. Luckily, I do have some extra PS3 controllers floating around, so I think I can probably get about $60 to $80 for this. And then this actually I tried to turn on, and the disk drive was working half the time. Doesn't work. If you can see what it's doing, I might take this apart and figure out if I can get this thing worked out and potentially fix it. This HDD drive was also broken up here too. The guy that sold it to me wanted a bunch of money for it, and I was like, bro, look, this is absolutely destroyed, and this is disgusting. It's gonna need to be cleaned. I was like, I'll give you like $10 for it. I only had 8 to add on to this, so I was like, I got $28, let's do the deal, and he said okay. I did manage to get this open once, and Gears of War 2 was in there. So not anything special. I might bundle a bunch of games with this if I can get this fixed. If not, I will just sell this alone by itself for parts. I lied. I picked up more games after this. Get over it. All right, guys, and the last and best deal of the day was this lot of games right here that you see on this box. Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime Echoes was actually the best deal that I got. This is actually going into my personal collection, just because I don't have a clean copy like this with the manual, so I definitely want to keep this for myself, but everything else is going to be up for sale. I have a friend staking claim to Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Dragon Ball Z, and Dark Watch, so those are pretty much already sold. This Tales of Exilia 2 is a really good find. This Yu Yu Yakusha Ghost Files Dark Tournament looks pretty good. I will say this, the artwork is definitely reprinted, so I'm probably just going to sell this disc only. This case is absolutely disgusting, so I don't know if I'm going to just clean up the case and toss the paper or what, but it is definitely a good game on its own. Medal of Honor Rising Sun, nothing special there. I'll probably just hold on to that until I can find a case for it. And then Pixar, Disney Pixar's The Incredibles on the GameCube. This is also complete unboxed. The case is a little rough. The guy that was selling these had like a very rough little area going on. But everything I paid here, I paid 40 bucks for. It was a pretty good deal. I think he wanted like 60 or 70 originally. And I was just like, dude, I was like, I'm at like 40 bucks for it. And he was like, I was like, a lot of these cases are really crappy condition. I'm gonna have to replace them anyways. Like a lot of the discs are scratched. So I'm not 100% positive that everything works properly either. I still have to go through and test it. But if everything is working properly, I'm thinking that $40 is probably gonna turn into roughly about $200 in value. So really good pickup there and find. But all in all, I think we're definitely going to expect a high number in profit. I'm gonna put that number on the screen right now, so that way you guys can see what the expected profit on today's stuff is. I think we're doing really, really good with the challenge. I think it's time we start moving into bigger and better things. There was a guy that had a Pac-Man machine in my area for sale for about $500. It is an old Midway machine, not like one of your arcade one-up machines. These machines are like $3,500. So I'm actually looking at potentially purchasing that to flip. And I have something kind of cool in my office in the meantime while I'm waiting on it. I don't want to blow the whole budget on one item though. I think that puts us in a really dangerous spot. So if it turns out that we sell a bunch of other stuff by the next week, hopefully we can go ahead and get that. Like I said, he said that thing was pending pickup, so I'm not sure that we're going to get it, but I have seen a couple other bigger options for bigger items for us to get to flip, so I'm looking very forward to that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Thank you so much, guys, for all the support and everything, even through the rebrand and everything else. And I will catch you guys on the next one.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. Yo,